This September, Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, just about a week apart, killed more than 300 people and did billions of dollars of damage to properties. Reports show that southeastern United States is highly vulnerable to such billion-dollar climate disasters. And I wish I could say this is an old event in the past. No. Research shows that such events will be more frequent and more severe in the days to come. And Mississippi, with 5.2 million acres of floodplain, 4 major rivers, 5 major tributaries, the coastline along the Gulf of Mexico, makes it prone to all types of flooding. And Mississippi, with poverty levels 1.5 times higher than the nation, 1.26 times lesser median income than the national average, it is also highly vulnerable socially to such disasters like flooding. That's our communities today. While some are a little better resourced, others are inherently more vulnerable. In this context, we wanted to analyze how ready our communities are. To find out how ready our communities are, we looked at two factors: presence of GIS departments in the counties and adoption of floodplain ordinance. What is GIS? Geographical Information System. It is a tool used to show data on maps visually. Floodplain ordinance, it is a regulation that says where we can and where we can't build to protect from flooding. We found that only 15% of the counties in Mississippi have GIS units. And 76% of the counties do not have floodplain ordinance adoption. This brings us to the critical question. How are they comparing against flooding in the decades to come? We plotted these data with highest gaps in readiness, with flood risk in 3 decades. We found that the highest vulnerable communities are shown in the dark red areas. That's almost 1/3 of Mississippi, 1/3. So what's the way forward? 2 things. Climate-informed scientific approaches should be taken to mitigate risks, and most at-risk communities should be prioritized for resource allocation. That is what my study aims to understand. Understand the flood risk and map out the communities most at risk so that we have resilient future for all.